Hello, welcome back to the channel. Now, in this video, I want to talk to you about playing solo game. In the last few years, for many reasons, I was forced to play solo game more and more due to the fact of life or other stuff. This doesn't matter because we can play solo game for many reasons. Distances is one of this, life, job, children, whatever. Why I decided to go with solo game and why I decided to focus on solo game. Probably from now on, I'm thinking, and it's quite a bit that I'm thinking to prioritize the solo game aspect of the game for people like me or other friends that are in my same condition. This is an idea of a friend of mine who lives in Atlanta, Georgia, which, as me, is forced to play alone or with a tabletop simulator that is a good thing because cancel the distance, but at the same time, it's clearly not the same that moving soldiers, more soldiers on a tabletop. So let me say, I'm thinking to remodulate the channel, widen the historical aspect all around, and focusing on even more on other system game, not only Napoleonic, which is great and is my favorite, but also I have lots of interest in other historical period. All in all, I'm graduate in history, and all the military history is has always fascinating me since I was a child. So let me say, starting with say why solo game. There is obviously some pros and some contrary on that. And let me start with the contrary for a time, not the pros. No, you cannot share with a friend your experience. Playing solo could be great, could be fun, but is not comparable with playing with another man on the same room, or sharing beer and chips or tea or whatever you want. So this is something that I miss, but I know that I can do anything with this. Maybe in the future, some of my all my game partner will return, and I hope for this. But now this is the situation. They are busy in other stuff of life, so that's perfectly fine. But the lack of a friend with shared experience could be sometimes frustrating, and this is sometimes push you away from the game, and you have to focus on keep into the game if you really want, because game and miniatures and painting for me is important to relax from the stress of life. So no share with friend is one of the most important controls of the play solo. And playing solo means that you have not a counterpart strategy. You play with yourself. So if you are always the winner, for what it matter, you have to think for both the side, and it is not always easy to be completely fair. It's natural to take the part of one of the side, maybe the one with your preferred faction or the not the best paint model or whatever you want. So no counterpart strategy, you cannot surprise completely yourself. and these lead to a necessity, in my opinion, for solo game, which is a system that allow you to play against such as an EA, some kind of EA. I have no doubt that in time we will have a software with an EA that play or at least dictate the move of the other faction on the tabletop. But I'm not sure that I want it. I prefer something more human, and an EA made of dice roll and crisscross table sound fine for me. I'm working on a system made by myself, which, in my intention, should be universal as possible. But let me say that out there are lots of virtual EA that just now allow you to play solo. One that I experiment is Adjutant Introvable, but there are many other. There are games such as Furioso for Renaissance, which has in his book Assistant to play solo. In The Man Would Be King, there is a reserve for play solo. So I think that we are more than we may look. That need sometimes to put some soldiers on a tabletop and have fun with ourselves. The last contract probably is the least one is time consuming. Play solo require more time because you have to move the double, roll the double, and set up the double and put back on the shelf the double. So I know that could be something that do not allow play larger game. I'm very lucky in this because I have lots of free time during the weekend and often even during the week. But there are out there a lot of small game with few miniatures that allow this. And now coming to the pros, because there are pros in play solo game, and even if people look at you as a kind of weirdo, it's not. It's not. First of all, have fun. Many people have fun just in paint and collect miniatures. I have a friend that prefer this aspect of the hobby. But, for example, for instance, I like to play more than collecting and paint. I like to play not for the win and the lose, but because I feel the game as an immersive experience, and I like to, let me say, leave the moment, leave the aspect of that period. And even if they are just small soldiers, is like to be there at the time. I think that if this thing doesn't work in this way for me, probably I never play solo. But this aspect is give me great satisfaction. It's very satisfying for me. So have fun is an important part of this hobby, and one of the reasons because people may play solo. Other rules are more practical. Learn the rule. I started to play solo years ago just to learn some rule and teach to my friend because they have no time. So learn a rule, play solo. You can take your time. You can read and read. Read is not important. It doesn't matter if you do not finish a game. Sometimes when I start to test a game or play a game, I end the game after a couple of turns because I say, okay, I made this wrong and this wrong and this wrong. Next time I will do better. It doesn't make sense to go on with this game, and the next one will be better. So learn is an important part of the solo game, and test game, which is not the same. Maybe you have an idea of what you want, but you doesn't know exactly how a game works. And on paper, it's look great. In my previous video, I say, "Oh, General Vermeer 2 and even Black Powder are great." But for a solo experience, they are too time consuming, too tired. When I play 40k, and when in the past I play 40k a lot, when the 10th edition exit, I say, "Wow, so cool, it's fine." But I discover that it was impossible to me to finish a game alone because I have too many things to keep in mind, and this suck all the fun away for the game. If you pass more time reading through the rules and through table and to some statistic for your units, then develop your strategy or play your miniatures or simply have fun, this is not good in my opinion. So this for me are the pros and the contrary of playing solo on tabletop game. And I think that's it for now. I will return with more content for solo game. Maybe I don't know exactly now. I'm studying. I'm thinking. I will share with you this. If you like, if you have any suggestion, if you have any comment, please down below and click the like button and subscribe if you want. It really helps. For now, thank you for watching, happy wargaming, and bye bye!